All right, it's time to start our work session. I appreciate everybody being here. And we're gonna go over our agenda during the work session. Let everybody know what's happening. First thing on the work session is personnel. Ms. Danny's gonna take care of that for us.
Yes, we have for a deputy, there's an increase due to increased education. And also, I have added a new deputy hire. It'll be the third deputy of the four that y'all approved about a month ago or so.
Anyone have any questions on that? All right, we'll move on to our next item, and that's employee travel. And our administrator's going to take care of that for us.
Yes, it's the policy of the commission that if it involves overnight travel, it has to come before the commission for approval. So we've got myself, Linda Miller, who's the HR director, and we've got Andrew going to the finance and revenue class. Myself and our county attorney going to the attorney and administrator legislative update. And then Linda going to the personnel administration class.
Any questions on the travel? We'll move on to number 3, and this is capital access. And Ms. Gaines is taking care of that for us.
Yes, the sheriff sent a letter, you have it before you, asking that these 4 items be surplus.
All right, any questions on that?
Sheriff, those going to other local municipalities, they going to just
Go deals.
go through,
They're not worth, they're not.
not worth going down?
Any further questions? All right, we'll move on to item number 4, and this is ARPA expenditure for Vivian B. Adams School. And we got a resolution to allocate American Rescue Plan revenue replacement funds to support Vivian B. Adams. I won't go through the whole resolution, but it's whereas the county may provide funds to third parties to provide our health care services to poor and needy. Whereas providing funds to Vivian B. Adams School to enhance these services will serve a public purpose by conferring a direct benefit to a significant portion of the community, and it is within the county's statutory authority to provide these services. The county is hereby allocate, if y'all approve it, allocating up to $150,000 ARPA funds to Vivian B. Adams School. Are there any questions on that? No questions? Well, I got all y'all here from Vivian B. Adams. Would y'all like to add anything to that?
Well, I'd like for them to talk about what the money will be used for. It's going to be used for the Encore program.
Do I come up here? I've never done this before. We are going to use this money for our Encore program, and what our Encore program is that it is for the adults that come to our program, they have to be on a Medicaid waiver, and there's a waiting list that most of y'all have probably heard us talk about over the years. It's probably got 3,000 people on it with the whole state of Alabama. So 6 years ago, our board decided that we really needed to try to serve the individuals of this county who cannot get a waiver slot. And so we do not receive any kind of federal money, state money, any kind of money for these individuals. And so this money would be used for that program, because at this point for the last 6 years, Adams School has been trying to find a way to fund this program. And the program keeps growing, so we are really appreciative of y'all approving this today, because it will really make a difference in that program and be able to grow that program and be able to serve more individuals in the county.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but by serving these individuals, it gives the family the capability of working and doing what they
It does, and it also gives the individuals that come there, we say that it gives them a purpose, it gives them peers, and it gives them a place to go. And so we're teaching them life skills to be productive in their community, and to be self-independent as much as they can be.
Y'all have any further questions? All right, we appreciate it.
Okay, thank y'all, we appreciate it, thank you.
All right, we're moving on now to broadband expenditure. And we discussed this before in here. We got a resolution allocating funds and approving the Dale County Broadband Expansion Grant Program. This is going to be a grant that's being put out for people to bid on to do this expansion project. Following the submission of the revenues applications, the Dale County Commission will determine if it is in the interest of the county and its citizens to approve a grant application, and if so determined, will award the grant to the best qualified applicant. Thereafter, enter into an agreement for the project to be completed no later than December 31st, 2026, with such agreement including all terms and conditions required by the federal and state requirements guidelines. And I'm sure all of y'all read this grant application. It's pretty complex, but if we approve this today, it'll give us the ability to put out this grant application to those that want to bid upon it. Any further questions on that?
What kind of time frame are we looking at, you know, once somebody applies? Is it got a specific closing date on it?
Chris, it's probably like most other grant processes, it'll probably take about 2 months to get everything advertised and bid out and all that. And then once that's done, we'll have to make a decision if we're gonna accept the bid process or if it gets non-accepted. The project's gotta be finished by 2/26.
Bids are due by April 12th.
Okay.
You read the bid.
I did.
No. I started reading it, and it's pretty
It's
complicated.
hefty.
Yeah. All right.
Mr. Chairman, I see Jeff back there with P River. Jeff, could you give us a little update on where we're at with the broadband expansion kind of countywide, sir, if you don't mind? I hate to put you on the spot, but I know you got the answer.
Right, yes, sir, we are, we'll do our project through 3 counties. P River serves 3 counties. We had to start at our Ozark office because that's where the internet is. We first went up Ayrton to Clio down 10 to Abbeville, and now we're circling back through. We're working north around the Echo area right now. And then from there, we will continue on through from Echo back to our office. Then there'll be 2 other areas. One will be the rest of Barber and Henry County, and then the South Dale County will come in. They'll be all done. It has to be to get the redundant service, you have to put these things in rings. So that's what we're working on. The way we look at it is from a county standpoint. You know, we serve probably 75% of the area of the county, and what we do through this will help more people in the county than any road or bridge project. This is a road and a bridge to the future is the way we look at it.
I had one of my constituents that reached out to me. You know, there's a few areas in the county where Alabama Power and y'all are right there close together. One example is on County Road 18.
Yes,
Y'all
I know exactly where that is. Yes.
Yeah. Now, were those citizens on Alabama Power, do they have access to?
Right, now when we deal with something that's not on our lines, it's about a 180-day process from the time we make application with Alabama Power until we can actually get on their poles. So that will come. We're working on areas like that now. We have a great working relationship with the power company. But to go through all of their, processes and stipulations for safety and everything else, it takes time. Those will come after we get through. But we have several areas in Dale County and in the other counties that we're looking at.
I would like to add something else, and Cheryl and I and Mary Pons, this bid process that we're going on, we finally designated a certain area which is underserved or not served. We had to find a place like that to do this grant process, and that took about, 3 months?
Yes, sir.
And the reason he's holding off the south side so long is that where I'm at, I've got no internet, so other than that, we're
He said he wanted to be
anybody to
late.
go to my place first.
Well, that's,
Any more questions?
No.
Jeff, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff.
thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to add that one part of, like you said, it's taken like at least 3 months to put this together. But I wanted to make the commissioners aware of, one thing that we used was in the appraisal department,
Mhm.
y'all had approved, for them to use Eagle View, is it? And Flagship. And we actually got information from that system to be able to determine, an underserved, area. So that was a big help. The chairman and I went and met with, Eleanor and the chief appraiser, Mark, and he really got that information together for us. And then we were able to submit it to IAC, and then they have someone that they were overlapping, like all these maps, I'm using very layman terms, but it was a very big process to figure out what area would be eligible, and then to put this grant process together.
And they were able to even determine the structures, if they were popular people living in them, or if they were a farm structure, what all that, the mapping that they did, it was real intense and to the point. So if any of your taxes go up, you got an extra house hid out back, they found it. Appreciate it, Jeff. Got anything else? All right, we're gonna move on to the ARPA Arrington Museum project. And y'all remember we voted to put this to the IAC to see if we could do it. We've got a resolution to allocate American Rescue Plan Revenue Service Replacement Fund to support government services. And this is gonna be, the county commission hereby allocates up to $60,000 of ARPA funds designated revenue replacement funds to facilitate the government services as described herein. Ben, would you like to step up and tell us what we're gonna be working on? You got the mayor here too, I missed you back there. This is the mayor's project, but he's got Ben working.
I'm delegating. I'm delegating.
We want to, I'm representing the town of Ayrton with, we applied for the ARPA money to restore a building project for the museum. And we've already got the contractor. He's waiting to go. Well, actually, he's not really waiting. He's waiting on this, but he's working us in. So we should be getting started any day now. So, but we want to thank the chairman and the commission for helping us to get this grant.
Give us who used to sit on the front porch and play the harmonica.
This all started when we started doing the Big Mama Thornton thing, and she used to, right before she ran away from home, she used to go there and sit on the, that used to be the old Greyhound bus station, and it was also a telephone exchange. But she used to go there and sit on the front porch and play harmonica. And she, so the museum is it's going to house some blues artifacts and stuff of that nature, and stuff from the town of Ayrton.
All right, we appreciate it, Dean. Y'all have any further questions? We're moving on forward to item number 7, and I'm going to turn this over to Commissioner Lewis.
Yeah, Commissioners, you see the notes there that Melissa, our extension agent, had reached out to me a couple of weeks ago. I had no idea, and probably none of us in here had no idea that there was not a sink or running water next door in the extension office. They do a lot of events over there, and if they need water to wash some fruit or whatever, they have to go to the men's bathroom and use the sink in there to do that. So I told her to reach out to our administrator. She did. About using ARPA funds, as you can see in your notes. Ms. Jessup said it would be an eligible expense on the ARPA funds. Just to get a local plumber there, we'll do some quotes, and so I'm just presenting that for you guys this morning. Consider us approving putting water in the sink and I'm breaking them over there.
Any of y'all have further questions? All right, we'll move on to item number 8, capital fund 116 expenditure. This will go to the administrator.
This is for an air conditioning unit for the sheriff's office building, but it's in the 911 area. And, I believe the work, Cajun, has it been completed yet? And we issued the PO under our regular funds, but I'm asking for it to be spent under our capital fund, 116. And I think Commissioner Wilson can talk a little more about it.
Yeah, Paula had reached out to me, I guess a couple, 3 weeks ago, and said that the unit that was down there, I think was 20-something years old, is on its final leg, and, most of you probably never been in that area, so it's vital that, we have proper heat in there in that, facility. And, again, I told her to reach out to administrators, she talked with Cajun as well, and, so that's kind of where we are today with it. It was kind of an emergency process to move forward with it, and, so just asking for it to be retroactively approved today.
Any further questions? All right, we'll move on to number 9, and we're gonna let Ms. Gainey take care of this. It's Card Connect agreement with solid waste.
This is for our new solid waste software. It is in place and it's working, but we've got to get the credit card portion up and going, and this is the agreement, for that.
Any questions? All right, moving on to item number 10, the Decker grant. Ms. Gainey's gonna take care of that for us.
This is, really, it's like a pistol permit grant. It's got a fancier name on here, but it's the pistol permit. And what they did, and Sheriff, you can, correct me if I'm wrong, but each year we have to apply for it again.
That's correct.
And wasn't it going to be just for 2 years or something like that? So this, well, you don't know what the legislators are going to do, but we had to reapply for this grant. So we have applied for it, and I'm asking, permission to go forward with this grant.
Any questions on it? You got anything to add, Sheriff?
No, sir.
All right, at this time, we're gonna move into our full work session. And, first thing I'd like to, do we have anybody in the public would like to make any comments about what we discussed this morning? All right. And, all right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna first have we've established a quorum. Mr. Chris Carroll's gonna do the invocation, and Mr. Grantham's gonna do the pledge of allegiance.
Let us pray. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we just thank you for the opportunity to come together and take care of the business of this county. Lord, we just thank you for it. We just thank you for each and every citizen that lives in it. Lord, we just thank you for all the blessings that you so freely give us each and every day. Lord, most of all, we thank you for your Son, Jesus. We just thank you for the grace and the mercy and the love, Lord, that you showed us on the cross. And Lord, we just ask that you forgive us of our sin and where we fail you. And Lord, as we go into this business part of the meeting, we just ask that each thing that's done here be pleasing in your eyes and in accordance with your will. These things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Williams? You want to address us when I asked for public comments? I didn't see you or didn't know you wanted to say something.
Yes, sir. Joe Williams, I own the property side of the landfill road, and y'all used to maintain it about like a highway. And we give property for ditches to be dug and so forth back when Grady Harden was commissioner. And you maintain it back part of the way. And we was seeing if there was any chance we could get you to grade it and pull the ditches. There's a tremendous amount of land, dirt being washed away, and you can't travel the road past where y'all maintain it, except when I go in there and fill up the washes, because the water runs the road instead of the ditches. And I only own the property back about you like about, 200 yards, I guess, getting to the end of my property, but I got neighbors back there. And, like I said, the roads are about impassable from where y'all stop at back. And I believe if we could just get maybe the ditches full, there's a lot of soil in the ditches that's washed out of the road. And if we could just get the ditches full and get it graded, it would be a big asset. On my property, we bring up peanuts and corn and whatever, and we can't do it. Every time we have to do that, I have to go in there and drag dirt in the road and fill up ditches, because it's so bad down the middle of the road. The water runs the road instead of the ditches. And we'd just like to get that road maintained again back to the old landfill. Because when the landfill was in use, the road was maintained. It was just about like a highway, except it was a dirt road. They done an excellent job, but when the landfill was closed, they just abandoned the road. And we were fortunate enough to get you to take it back part of the way. And we'd just like to get it graded from there back to the old landfill if possible.
Joe, that's the same road that you and I have been addressing for a while, isn't it? That's the same road that you and I have been addressing for a while, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Andrew, you getting all this down?
Andrew, what's the actual name of that road?
It's Pants Pass.
Okay.
And I rode out there with Mr. Joe, and it is in pretty rough shape. And we had marked an area where he wants to stop. And like he said, it's just a few hundred more feet. And he's done all the paperwork and submitted it to the engineer. But unfortunately, we lack one signature of one of the landowners out there, and Matt's reached out to him, and several times, we can't get him on the phone, but we'll try again. But in order for us to consider taking it back, unfortunately, we lack that one signature.
That's the paperwork I got for you.
Right.
But doesn't the county still own the road? Because the road was given to the county when the landfill was in operation.
Well, when we forfeited that road back, there's a legal issue there. I'm not knowledgeable enough to answer that question right now. Matt could help you with that, but I know as far as the rules go, and unfortunately Matt not being here, we need that one signature, that final resident. And we, like I said, we tried to reach out to him several times, Mr.
But the county does own that road, because they didn't get back to the landowner when they quit using it. Isn't that correct?
I'm not sure, Mr. Joe. I wish I had an answer
I
for
think the
that.
situation is we actually grade half the road, the other half is unmaintained.
Right.
And like Andrew said, we still lack one.
Yeah.
And we've tried to reach out and
Mr. Joe's got several acres out there that he's got to get peanuts in and out of, and there is an issue there.
Is it a private road?
No, sir. It's public now. Like I said, we quit maintaining it years ago, and then we took it back, but we didn't take it back all the way like it was previously.
But it's a county road.
It was a county road at one time. It is a county
It's
road.
not a county road now.
It is, but it needs to be extended to help Mr. Joe out with this.
So we're just going to a certain point, stopping, is that what we're doing?
Stops at an old substation, doesn't it, Mr. Joe?
Right.
Sir?
Doesn't it stop at an old substation?
Yeah, it goes to the substation, because
Andrew,
it got to them, you couldn't even get down it to the substation without, it bogged down. It wasn't maintained, and the mud holes, and anyway, we got it maintained back to the power company. And now it's not maintained, and now that road's been there as long as I can remember, and that's been a while. I can even remember when it was a school bus route down part of the way. But it was a county road, and it was really used as long as that landfill was in operation.
Yeah.
And when the landfill was closed, the road was abandoned. Derek decided not to grade it, not to keep it up anymore, and Anyway, we just begging y'all to consider at least pulling the ditches and grading the road back to the old landfill. That's far, to my knowledge, as far as it ever went, was back to the landfill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that land belongs to Albert Travick and his family. And then the Simons has got some back past me that they have to get to. So, we just, that was my business, just begging y'all to maybe consider at least pulling the ditches and grading it.
Okay. This has been going on for, I know, 10 years that we've been messing with this.
Mr. Judge, about 200 yards to your gate.
About 200 yards to the end of my property. And actually, that's where the problem is, a lot of the problem, the washing and all, because it goes down in the bottom and so forth. But, yeah, it's from where y'all maintain now to the end of my property is about 200 yards. And if the ditches was full and dirt it's washed out of the road into the ditches and filled them up, it would be a big asset.
I agree with you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you listening.
We still need, we need a legal determination on that, if we own that road, if we maintained it, or we, still, if we own it, we need to,
I can help you with it.
yeah, if you'll get us a legal determination on
All right. Any more questions on Mr. Joe's road? All right, at this time, we've established the quorum, we've got our pledge and all, and I'd like someone to make a motion to approve the agenda for the commission meeting minutes, the prior commission meeting minutes, and the memorandum of warrants.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second, all those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion, any opposed? Motion carries. All right, we're gonna start down our regular agenda now. The first thing on the item is the personnel, and the administrator's gonna bring that. No, we're gonna ask for a motion. We've already discussed this. Joe's got me thinking about that road. All right, I need a motion on the personnel matters in item number 1. Got a motion to approve. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, our employee and travel request. I need a motion to approve those.
Motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3 is our capital assets that the administrator discussed with us, and that's on the vehicles being sold. Do I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And item number 4 is our ARPA expenditure for Vivian B. Adams School. I need a motion to approve that resolution. Motion approved.
Second motion.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is the ARPA broadband expenditure. I need a motion to approve that.
Motion approved.
I'll second the motion. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 6 is our Ayrton Museum project. I need a motion to approve that. Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, our next one is, building improvements IAC review that Commissioner Wilson brought before us. I need a motion for that.
Motion.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next one is the capital fund 116 expenditure that the administrator explained to us. I need a motion to approve that. Motion approved. Got a motion and a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is our Card Connect agreement in solid waste. I need a motion to approve that.
that. That motion we approved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Our next item is the ADECA grant agreement that Ms. Denny explained to us. I need a motion to approve that.
Motion. Second.
Got a motion, a second. All those in favor state by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. this time I'd like for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor, state the same aye. Before y'all get up and leave, I need to ask if our staff or anybody has any more comments to make on that. Go for it, Andrew.
I wanted to recognize, the road crew for, the storm event that happened Friday night. There was a large amount of rain, and, some of our guys worked 7 hours straight Friday night through Saturday morning, clearing the roads, especially around District 4. And right now, currently, there's a crew working on County Road 20, County Road 33, 59, and 67 along that Skipperville Echo area. Jim's out there with a skid steer and a knuckle boom. He took off 18 loads yesterday. He's moved over to 33 today. He will be back on 20. He's expecting to do another 20 loads a day. We also got bombarded with work orders, just mainly washouts and driveways. Dan's crew's working on that. We rode out and checked our scour critical bridges, and we're continuing to monitor those, but so far we've found no safety issues. Our pecan mulching heads on County Road 14 cut back limbs on the right of way. The new boom cutter is on the dirt roads. Start around District 1, we're gonna try to hit all the dirt roads, clearing back on those, and then the patch truck is in the Delville Level Plains area. Right now, currently working.
Okay, appreciate it, Andrew.
I'd like to echo what Andrew said, and also Jeff's here with P River Crew. We've done an amazing job coming together, and EMA and local volunteer fire departments came together and restored that community very quickly and efficiently, and I appreciate that from Jeff's crew and Eddie and his bunch too. Second thing is I have a fishing rodeo coming up April 20th, 8 o'clock at the Dale County Surgery Center, Dale Medical Center, Surgery Center Pond, excuse me. Still looking for sponsors. It's a totally free event, but it's not free unless we get some sponsors. So, we need some sponsors. Last year we fed about 400 hot dogs to kids. Totally free event. So if you know anybody that wants to give towards Worthy Cause, please let us know.
Mason, do they have to register for that? Or?
Yes, we're going to open up registration probably in another few weeks.
Okay.
To get an idea of food and stuff like that. So we'll let you know.
Eddie?
Mr. Chairman, we responded to the tornado in the County Road 20 and 33 area. We had 15 homes that were affected. A lot of them were minor, several of them were major. I do want to personally thank you, Mr. Chairman. You answered the phone on the first ring at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's impressive. And Commissioner Wilson, I want to thank you for your support in that area. The sheriff, invaluable that night. Matt and his crews, they were right on the spot. County came together and made my job a lot easier with Willie being out of town. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Eddie, for all you did. All right.
Yeah, I'd like to recognize the county, the sheriff, and the EMA. We deal with 3 counties. The relationship that we have and the help that we get from this county is I can't say it's the best, but it is a great relationship. In other counties would get mad if I said it was the best. The county and the sheriff department, we have a great working relationship. And then EMA also, we hope it doesn't get to an EMA event. This one won't, but we want to stay away from those hurricanes.
Yep.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate it, Jeff. Ms. Sullivan?
Just trying to get all the collections in.
All right. We've already adjourned this meeting, but we got a lot accomplished after we adjourn. Our next meeting is going to be on Tuesday, March the 26th. Same time, same place.